Hello and welcome back to Stationeers. Thank you very much for joining us in today's video. And yes, the last video was not exactly what we were planning to do, or what I was planning to do, or even, I suppose, what Hayes was planning to do. We have got to the bottom of this after you saw on camera rebuilding the airlock, or at least one of the doors, seemed to fix the problem. I did a relog. All the oxygen or particle lines you saw that neither Sociopath nor Hayes could see, it turns out those were actual particle lines, and I was seeing a leak that the other two could not see, but a leak that should not have been there. And it was leaking through the airlock. The door was, for some reason, the doors were broken. Or the walls were broken. Something was broken at the airlock. As soon as we replaced that, we have tested this multiple times now. As you can see, there are no air particles just leaking out randomly. It is working. And I have seen this before. When we had the first hab, I have seen air particles leaking right at near the start of the series that nobody else could actually see. So, yes, that is now fixed. I am glad to say that it was not my code, even though the code could still do with some improvements. In today's video, I'm going to try and do what I was doing in the last video. That is getting these three up, and hopefully this should all be running. Now, the good thing is, because of this recirculation system, when we did empty the hab, by the way, Jake has not died. When we did empty the hab, it all went into there, fed through, and everything is absolutely safe. So make sure you stay tuned. Let's get started, and let's try to work out the ratios for the air mixture. Right, back to some work. So that alias, what was that alias for? I have no idea. This should be R5. So current tank pressure. We were here. You can see.
Wouldn't it have been funny if we forgot to put the door back into Jake?
Did you forget to put the door back in?
Now, wouldn't it have been funny if we had?
Oh, we should have just left a wall there. Then Jake loads in and it's like, what's going on?
Yes.
Unfortunately, he has his tool belt on him.
Oh, and we can't take it off.
We cannot take it off. It would have been better if he did not have the tool belt on him. 103 days have passed. Your character has survived 103 days.
Hey, I see atmosphere particles now.
What?
Well, out here where I'm mining.
Oh, where you're mining. I thought you were seeing it on the hab. You were back, and you're now seeing it on the hab. Okay, but you are seeing those particles, so you know which ones I'm referring to. So yeah, I could see those everywhere through the hab, all pointing towards the airlock.
I saw them back when we changed everything with the stairs to make your server room and all that.
Yes, yeah, you would see that because it sort of started moving around. I think that is there. It is there to show the flow of air. But the way I was seeing it was the more particles you see and the faster they go, the more air it's supposed to be describing or showing more air flowing into areas. And for me, it seemed to be through the floor at the front of the stairs. I have no idea why. And out the airlock. Out the door, straight out the door. And then of course when you put that wall up in Jake's room, I could see some coming out of there. But then I did not go and check after a few minutes whether it was still there. Right. So what have I got here?
You gotta wonder what Jake was doing.
What?
Causing air to penetrate the wall.
I'm going to guess breathing, digging a hole, maybe with a screwdriver or something. Right,
that was the polite guess.
I literally cannot think of another guess.
Well, it could be emanating from somewhere else.
Oh, I understand. Right, so if tank control is set to 0,
Sauce, I'm gathering some silicone. Because I noticed the silicone backpack
Switch
is
off.
basically empty.
Yeah.
Control is set to 1 and tank is off. Switch valves, not values, valves on. Valves off. All valves off. All valves off. And any valve is on. Switch all valves off. And valves are off. Switch correct valves on. Is that how I need to do this? This is something I should have thought about before, but I'm just thinking about it now. So, in tank control, I'm going to want the ratios for these. I could possibly put these ratios in a stack. That can go later. I have how many lines of code do I actually have? 60. I have half a chip to fill. Oh, how did I do that? Ah, there we go. Half a chip to fill. So we want ratio TCO2, ratio TO2, ratio TN2. So we'll do ratio TCO2, ratio TN2, ratio TO2. And that is going to be LBN device hash dtank hash. Can I just grab that line? That line there. There we go. That'll do. So that is going to be ratio CO2. That goes into ratio TCO2. Then if I copy that, how do I get a double line there? O2 and N2 becomes O2 and N2. Okay, I'm assuming it's going to say oxygen. Cannot spell oxygen. That's not what it is. Okay. Tank. Small insulator. What is it? Ratio nitrogen. Ratio liquid oxygen. Wait, what? Uh-oh. No, ratio oxygen. There it is. That's fine.
We're going to be breathing liquid oxygen?
Almost. Okay, it's... I know what I've done here, and it's dioxide. I know what I've done here, and it's very silly. Well, silly if I'd let that happen. There we go. Okay, that is better. No, we'd rather not have liquid oxygen to breathe. That would be a problem. So that is that and that. Those are the three ratios. So they're loaded every time. Then we're going to do the tank. Sorry, go ahead.
To be fair, I doubt it would last very long if injected into a warm atmosphere with little pressure.
That is true. Maybe we should try that. Try and just spray liquid oxygen into the hab and see what happens.
I would imagine something explosive.
Probably. Be interesting. We need an experimentation room somewhere. Now that just reminds me of I watched something. This is going to be crazy. By the time this comes out, everybody is probably going to be like, well, yeah, I watched it months ago. This is very, very... I have watched something recent that came out only a few days ago. The new episode of The Muppets, or The Muppet Show.
They still make that?
First episode of The Muppet Show in 45 years.
Oh.
And it was actually The Muppet Show. It was properly The Muppet Show, with the whole starting, the opening theme, Gonzo, and a special guest. Admittedly, this one was Sabrina Carpenter and Seth Rogen and some other person. I don't know much about these people. I know Sabrina Carpenter was on Disney once, and Seth Rogen is somebody. And then there was some other, I think, quite famous person. And there was some other famous person. I think her name was Maya something. I can name all the Muppets. I cannot name celebrities.
You're probably going to make a lot of people angry.
Probably.
There was a Maya person in there.
Right. I need to try and focus. Let me 5 minutes. Let me see if I can get 5-10 minutes of focus here, and write what I actually want to write. So I was just talking Muppets. So I've loaded the ratio of carbon dioxide, ratio of oxygen, ratio of nitrogen. That's good. I then need to check. Okay, I'll put some check codes here. So if this is where the branches are going to go. So each time it's greater, jump. Yep, that will do. So if ratio carbon dioxide is greater than, and this is where these ratios go, max CO2, so that's that one. Max CO2, jump 2. Otherwise, we're switching this on. So we'll do otherwise. Switch CO2 valve on. Then we'll say branch if we have the ratio of oxygen above max O2, jump 2, switch O2 valve on, and then branch greater than ratio nitrogen. Oh, and to answer your question properly, Hayes, in Space Engineers, I believe they use C# as the programming language, or some slight variants on C#. So that is a 4th generation language. In Stationeers, what I'm writing here is assembly code. So it is something, well, a slight variation on assembly code, but assembly code nonetheless. So this is slightly simpler than binary. That is, so effectively, all you can do with assembly code in here is we can have labels. So that allows you to jump to places. But a lot of, instead of you writing binary for switching things on and off or storing things, you just write little short commands. Like, for example, if I want to jump to a place, I write the letter J and then the label which I want to jump to. If I want to do a branching, relative branch, if something is greater than something, I write BRGE. And then whatever I want, and we just set things as 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. So that is how that works. I'll show you afterwards if you want to see an example of the code to see what it's like compared to Space Engineers. So, right, that one.
I was just curious because when Exia was telling you about it originally, you were comparing it to a code from another game that was similar, but I thought that was Space Engineers.
No, that was... there was another title that you had to do some assembly code in. Was it a game? Or was this a game that I was comparing it to? Or was it actually something I did in real life?
That I do not remember.
I think it might have been something I did in real life, FPGAs. Although this isn't really FPGA code, but there is a bit of a similarity. And coding things like Raspberry Pis and things at low level. That is this. Now, admittedly, this is not quite as difficult assembly code as assembly code could be. It could be worse. But it's not ideal.
So they're basically emulating the functionality of a Raspberry Pi in this game?
No. So these are actually integrated circuits. So they're emulating actual integrated circuits. So you can only store 128 lines of code with a set line width, maximum line width, which means that you have 4 kilobytes that you can put on every code. And that is it. So you have 4 kilobytes of data that you can put.
Oh, okay.
Right. Recirc, pump, CO2, that's what those are. Have I got these? Oh, I've got these. What am I doing? No, I do not have these. I do not have these. What am I doing? Define D pump hash structure. Why is my letter S double?
That's a German letter.
No. I meant like when I'm pressing the letter S, it seems to register my key press twice sometimes. I need to double check that. Is it a volume pump or no? It isn't a volume pump. Is that a volume pump? I have no idea. This is a volume pump. Okay. Now I'm going to need to drink water in a minute.
Oh wow, the game's actually doing shadows quite a lot better than I thought.
I have been watching them. I'm assuming you're out...
Yeah, and I was in a valley, and I thought it was night, but then I crested it, and the sun's still up.
It is going to be night very soon because we've just plunged into shadow. But yeah, that's pretty good.
Well, a lot of games aren't really good at doing distant shadows, so you'll have some local shadow, and then in the distance, whatever.
Right. Yes. Yeah. I think that's what I've called them. Now I have to keep checking these. Recirc pump, of course. There is the word recirc there. Recirc pump, CO2, define D.
We're out of coal.
Oh, entirely, or just the plant?
No, the plant is out of coal.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. We should have coal in the backpacks.
Pump O2. Let me go have some water, I think. These 2 episodes might be slightly longer than planned, but that's fine. We've been talking I've not been doing much in these episodes.
Okay,
And I still
just
have no
emptied
idea
one
what the
backpack.
bloody Muppet one was for. It is going to bug me now for until I remember this. No, I'll have to go refill that water. Let's drink some of that one first. That will do. We'll do that. Might as well eat that as well. There's a bit of that left. We'll do that. Cool. Alright, let's finish some of this off. Okay, so I've got those pumps now. And so I'm going to say SB. Yeah, for some reason the letter S sometimes. Okay, I'll have to figure that out. D pump hash. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with my letter S. The keyboard. I'll pull it apart and see if there's something wrong with it.
It's aspiring to become a German keyboard.
Perhaps so.
Well, it looks like a B with a long line at the back of it.
Oh, I've seen it, and it's pronounced like a Z sound or something, right? Is that the one?
Something like that. My German is pretty bad. Do you have that letter in Dutch, Sauce?
What, the German S? No.
The double S, yeah?
No, the German S. No. Okay, something is totally wrong in this game at the moment.
What's happening with yours?
I can't even switch my tablets.
Does it have power?
Yeah, but I cannot switch between cartridges.
Oh.
That's weird. Well, it's a good thing we'll
I can
end
only
this.
read the first one.
We'll end this video in a couple of moments, and we'll maybe try and just figure out what's going on. That is strange. I'm glad this isn't just me having the issues though, because at least I know that. Oops! Oh dear, what have I done here? One.
Want to try with mine, Sauce?
I don't think you guys have an advanced tablet, is it?
No,
Oh,
I
no.
just have a basic.
Okay, want me to try doing it for you? See if...
Yeah, you can try.
Are you in the furnace?
No, I'm in the middle of nowhere. There.
Ooh.
Right, so it does that. That.
Yeah. So what am I doing?
I just open it like how you want to turn it on.
Yeah.
And then it should be next and previous options.
Nope, nothing's happening.
No. But if I swap and I press next and previous, it will swap. So swap the cartridges and then press next and it will swap the... But yeah, silly.
Yeah, it's the device, not you.
Set 9. So register 1 if that is equal to that. Otherwise 0. That's correct. So put R11. So if that is 0, do that. Set that as 1. if only there was an and statement in here the way I wanted to use it, that would really help. So this is switching pumps on. So I can do that and then that's right. So that switches, and that switches. However, right, let's do a test here of
Okay, there's an almost full backpack of silicon now.
Nice.
if tank control is 0. Why did I want tank control 0 again? That's this bit. So if the current tank pressure is greater than or equal to the max tank pressure, jump forward X lines. Let's say that. I say set tank control, so it's greater than that. So you jump. What was that? That doesn't sound like a ship.
Yeah,
It was.
It's a bigger one.
Okay, that sounded like a pipe bursting. I got it. What am I doing?
I hope this is a ship which can give me some gases.
So do that, and then... So if it's greater than, we're going to jump 3 lines, because here we're then going to go into tank control. So tank control is set to... It's set to 1. So, is it greater than that? No. So we set tank control to 1, which means the tanks can be switched on.
Ooh, a bulk volatile.
Right, tanks can be switched on. Good. Okay. So, branch. If branch if not equal to 1. So, tank control 1. And then we can do this. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So it goes to branch to here. So if tank control is not equal to 1, branch there. Alternatively, I can say if it's equal to 0. If it's equal to 0, go there. That then doesn't check if it's equal to 1. No, wait. Then I will go... do I want to go back here to the return address? Yes, and then here I probably want that to grab that. So that will then go there. We can be on. Tank control is allowed. We can switch these on. But we need to then check if it's off. We need to switch them off as well. Oh dear. Got it. I know how to solve this. Valve, pump control. So I will copy that line, or cut that line. Right. Are you still having trouble, by the way?
Yeah, it's still it's not swapping. I don't know if it's the game or, but it's not swapping for Haze either.
Okay. Well, give me a couple of minutes and then I'll kill this episode. So I want to do that, the pump control. At that point, it really should be jumping.
Oh. I have some fun news for you, Gadget.
What's happened?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Yes. Well, when there should be something happening.
Again.
Maybe.
Okay. Guess what I can see?
What can you see?
Air.
Leaking?
It's not as much as last time, but it does appear to be going through the door. No, through the wall, actually.
I mean, it is missing cover on the inside here, which I'm not sure
Let's switch
why.
this off so I can see a little bit better. I'm just going to switch some lights off and close some doors so I can see what's going on.
Oh, you're inside?
I'm inside, so I can bypass this. Yeah, well, no, actually, it disappears before the door. It just sort of. All right. Well, I guess that is that.
But it's not finishing the cycling to start pulling in air from the inside.
No, it is not. But I can see air moving towards. I'm trying to figure out where it's. It looks like it's going through a. Hang on, I need to switch off a few more lights. I can no, not that light, so I can see this just a touch better. Oh wait, it's cycling.
Oh, that was me.
How did you do that?
Turned off the internal vent thingy and the internal, and then switched them back to what they were supposed to be.
Okay, well, it's doing it now.
Yep.
I have no idea what's going on. Did it
So
open?
I think it's I think it's something about the external vent that's not doing what it should be doing properly.
Can you see these air?
Nope.
Okay, so if it's something to do with that external vent not doing it, again, it's the recirculation system. But what Jake did when he fixed that is he just broke a pipe and put the pipe back in and it works.
But what I did was this one.
Yeah, switch this.
I clicked both buttons, and then I clicked both buttons on this one, and then I reversed them and reversed this one again. So it's back to what it was.
I think it's something to do with the piping outside, if that's the case. But why is that a thing? Because this is what we found last time with the recirculation system. And all Jake did was break a pipe and put it back in, and suddenly it was.
Is it all insulated?
Yes.
Is there
yeah, that was
liquid in it.
No, that was one of the first things he checked. I may have just thought about what it could be. Do you have? I know the tablets are not working. Do you have one that has an atmospheric scanner?
No.
Okay. Sociopath, does your one have that scanner, the atmosphere composition scanner or whatever currently in it? No, is it in it and loaded?
Yeah.
Could you check if the So on the right-hand side of the base, there's a waste tank. Is that empty?
Okay, it's stuck again.
No, that says 10 megapascals in it.
10 megapascals?
Yep.
Oh, that's a lot.
Want me to try cycling the buttons?
Do that cycle again. I think I need to put this into a stack. That will do.
30% oxygen, 3% CO2, and 60% nitrogen, and it's racing.
Wait, no. Are you looking at the one on the ground?
No.
Between the workshop and the.
No, I'm looking at the. Oh wait, this is the.
That's the reserve tank. Yeah, no. I want the exhaust tank.
It has 500 pascal in it.
Okay.
400 to 300, 200.
Okay, so I'm going to do something there in this. Hayes, before you pop in again.
Oh, I was going to pop out and...
If you pop out, that's fine. Not a problem.
Could you cycle it?
I can't cycle it. It should turn blue.
Oh.
There we go. We'll cycle now. Go on. Okay, you pop out. I am going to... Sociopath, how much oxygen is in? Oh, what's the air in there now? Hayes, don't come back in yet.
130 pascal, 150, 60, 70 pascal. Kilopascal.
Okay.
200 kilopascal.
I'm just going to wait for that to fill up a little. Let me know when it gets to maybe, I don't know, a megapascal? Or will it take a long time to get there? What do you think?
No, it's 500 kilopascal.
Okay, so we'll wait for a megapascal. I can see air going out of these walls and out the airlock again, by the way.
Yeah, I think that's just a visual bug.
900 kilopascals.
You know, I think that will do. Yeah, I think that will do. Okay.
Fewer than 1 megapascal.
Excellent. Hayes, try to come in now. Let's see if it closes and pressurizes.
Yes.
If it's not pulling out of this tank.
No, it shouldn't be pulling anything out of that tank. But that tank should have raised... Well, actually, it won't raise anything. But it is pressurizing now. I think I know what it is. Thankfully, it's not my code.
So, what is it?
So, when that outside tank is empty, so I think this is just physics. When that outside tank has nothing in it, it is struggling to empty that room, that airlock, for some reason. Then maybe there's some backflow or something. Maybe it needs a backflow regulator or something in it. I think that might be what's happening, and that is why it gets stuck in the red mode.
Well, it's stuck now.
No, you've just pressed it, so it's emptying from the airlock. It should take... Actually, it shouldn't take that long.
Yeah.
And Sociopath, how much is in there?
Not there.
Oh, you're not there. Okay. Oh, yeah, sorry, I switched off the lights. Okay. Well, this is probably probably a very good time to end this video with all of this. More issues, just endless issues, which is a bit of a faff. But thank you very much for watching. I think I will probably do the rest of this recirculation code off camera, make sure it's running, and just install it and make sure it's running off camera before the next session. But thank you very much for watching. Please remember to click on the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Stationeers, leave a comment in the comments box below letting us know what you think, any suggestions you might have. If you can do so, please do consider supporting me on Patreon, check out my Discord server and social media. All the links to those will be in the description box below. That is all from myself, Sociopath and Hayes, and we shall see you next time, hopefully with Exia and Jake in Stationeers.